Honorable Prime Minister of India, I am writing to draw your, this letter is from the NGO. I am writing to draw your kind attention towards the challenge of growing of aging population in India. As per 2011 census, total population of senior citizens, people aged 60 years and above, is 10.38 crores, consisting of 8.57 crore percent of the total population, and is projected to reach 17.32 crore by 2026. I was just watching TV yesterday, and it was shown that today is 14 crores of senior citizens are there in our country. With the rise of old age dependency ratio by residents in India year after year, the inability to contribute to the earnings of the family due to advancing age, increased cost of medication, etc., give rise to the feeling that the elders have become a liability. Further, the changing values and increasingly insensitive society have contributed to the present plight of the elders. There are instances when the ailing elders are ignored or driven out of their own homes. With the gradual breakdown of joint family system in the society, number of cases of neglect, crime, exploitation, and abandonment of and abandonment of parents and senior citizens are on the rise. I would also like to draw your attention towards certain issues with the National Social Assistance Program scheme eligibility, which is restricted to below poverty line families. It is significant to mention here that when it comes to the old age pensions, targeting is not a good idea, as there are huge exclusion errors in the BPL list. Moreover, a widow or elderly person may experience major deprivations even in relatively well-off household. Although there is a special law, the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act 2007 for Social Security of the Elders, which has been enforced for more than 1.5 decades now, but it has remained ineffective as the state governments are insensitive to it and are reportedly not implementing the legislation. Yesterday, Honorable CM of UP has taken some steps, but the GO is not even out today. So let us hope for the best in the states also. In view of this, and on the basis of presentations received from various fora, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment constituted a review committee in January 2016 to suggest amendments in the said act. The review committee had recommended a comprehensive redrafting of provisions of MWPSC Act 2007. Some of these are: number one, a uniform format and checklist may be developed for filing online application in a dedicated common portal, along with the facility to track the progress of the application. Number two, facility of regular counseling of senior citizens in district hospitals. Number three, skill training of senior citizens who want to learn new skills and to be independent. Fourth, setting of separate geriatric health facilities, hospitals, and research centers dedicated to the healthcare of senior citizens in every state in a time-bound manner. Next, setting of senior citizens care homes in each district. And the last is setting up tribunals by state governments for time-bound disposal of maintenance application. Based on the recommendation of K.G. Balakrishnan, former Chief Justice of India, see that the problem of elderly is unlikely to be resolved Instead, we suggest setting up of a national commission of senior citizens on the lines and the powers of National Commission for Women. Some enabling provisions may be assisting the senior citizens in their legal actions in pursuit of their rightful claims. Number two is ensures the complete implementation of policies, laws, and other programs related to the welfare of senior citizens. Next, assisting in the formulation of programs, projects, and policies related to the welfare of the senior citizens. We would suggest that the government may kindly consider official amendment to the bill pending in Lok Sabha since 2019, constituting a national commission for senior citizens. Such a recommendation can come even from the Standing Committee on Social Justice and Empowerment, which has yet to submit its report to the Parliament. This single step on the part of the government will help in providing dignified life to the whole population of senior citizens in the country. Thank you.
There must be enough funds for the activity, whether it is state government or the government. Question is, where are the funds coming? Who will give the state government say, let the central government give us money, then only we can district hospital or district home and all. The question is, we must talk something about it should be adequately funded in the budget allocation of the government of India, both to the state and the central government. So ultimately, these all require funds. It all require your amount, and no state is willing to give the funds out of their own allocation. So I think we have to look something.
Once a national commission is formed,
It is automatically it will
it
come.
will automatically take it care of.
In 2000, the delegation of Government of India, of which I was also a member, as joint secretary of different states. Mrs. Menka Gandhi, the secretary of the department, Mrs. Asha Das, and I said, we have traveled to 5 or 6 countries to study the problem of old age people. So one thing is very important and crucial, that the United States of America, the Old Men Federation, OMF, is the strongest body. Every single person who is above 60 has compulsorily to become a member of that OMF. And they found such a strong strength that the election of the President of America is decided by this group. And everyone, a small amount, each one of them contribute to this fund. And this fund is so large that they have been also providing medical facilities, travel facilities, and several other facilities to the old people. So one thing is that we have to promote an organization, voluntary organization of the older people. And that will be able to pressurize the government to take action on the recommendations which we make. It's an excellent draft which has been prepared. I think it must go to the government. The government is doing a lot of other things. But unfortunately, they give something and take back from that. Like the pensioners in India, irrespective whether they are government employees or the private sector employees, they should not be taxed. The pension amount should not be taxed because, and this has been demanded time and again, because you have served all your life, you have contributed to the funds, and the pension which is given is not a charity. And therefore, this fund should not be taxed, and it is not taxed in several countries. Like in Germany, it is not taxed.
This point also.
In Austria, it is not taxed. In Chile, it is not taxed. So we should also pressurize the government that the pension should be pension amount. If they are doing any other work, they are doing business, they are in other field, that amount can be taxed. But it will give a lot of relief, even if it is not substantial. It will be actually a token relief for the old people as a matter of information. So my suggestion is that this point should also be included in this.
Yes.
The draft is excellent. I think it can be checked again, and it should be submitted. Even if it goes to the Prime Minister's office will pass it on from them. You will finally come to a Ministry of Social Justice. But then we can form a delegation. We can see the head to do, go and meet and pursue them to form it.
He gave a letter to. But still the figures. Regarding as far as the taxation is concerned, it is a problem of Ministry of Finance. We should write two letters because one should go to the Department of Revenue and one should go to the Ministry because I think DOPT is not involved. What is it?
Thank you very much. It's a wonderful one and your suggestion. See, essentially one can add that we as an NGO would be willing to assist in that formation. Because if we write too many things in one letter,
Yes.
that creates its own problem.
Our thrust is to create a national commission for senior citizens.
Yeah, but somehow we should become a part of that national commission. So here we can offer that we are willing to show offer our services headed by His Excellency and that because along with that this pension is very good idea. Second, of course, is sir deposit insurance. You know, the deposit insurance is only for 5 lakh. Banks are so good, no public sector bank has paid, but no private sector bank has paid. But still they collect so much money. So in that, you know, once you become part, even a person who is 60 years, whatever deposit he has, that insurance should also be there.
We have already written that.
Yeah, but nothing is happening. But
Then you should write to the government about this.
but this letter is wonderful, it can go as
That's a great idea. You know, we must start from us.
Even when I said, when I went there, it's surprising. There was huge office in New York. There was huge office in Washington. And in San Francisco, 4-5 places you will stay. Big buildings, lot of charity coming with them, and they also contribute. And they have, you know, their own, tourist department, they organize visits to various countries to the people, and so many other activities they are undertaking. And, you know, the one word from that organization in the presidential election was that you have to support that consent. The whole election stands because every house has a senior and they are in a position to influence. So all the candidates, means at that time when we had Obama was contesting. No, not Obama, it was Clinton. Clinton was contesting. And he had meetings everywhere to meet the seniors. So you know, if this union comes of the senior citizens in this country, and we are in a position to open a dialogue and start some movement in this line, I think that will be an excellent idea.
Yeah, I'm very good. But I think my suggestion would be let this letter send when we suggest a draft for formation of the commission, many more points will come. So I saw in NHS case, they have a students and the only thing working for elders. The geriatrics ward in all the national hospitals are so effective that the senior citizen get priority than the normal. So similar scheme should come here also, and that should become part of that commission. That's what. Right now, I think our suggestion would be this letter should go so that something is start happening. These 2 points would have been included. The pension and
I feel the letter is excellent and we should send it as it is. And whatever has to be sent, that should be done next.
Sorry, your opinion.
Letter is perfect as a letter is concerned, but as a senior citizen is concerned, as the other person is pointed out, other countries are doing excellent things in that way. We can take the copies of that and we can suggest to the government along with our letter to that. Okay, other states are doing like this only.
Initially, Just to give the, so this letter is approved.
This letter is approved. Perfect.
And it will go to the honorable banks.
Yes.
Secondly, as our vice chairman sir has suggested, to form a union of senior citizens. So we are spread all over the country. We are having state branches. So we will write to all these states to form such type of associations of senior citizens so that we unite together and we will.
I have one suggestion for the consideration of all of us. When we are writing this letter, we can make a request to them. We want to meet as a delegation to the Prime Minister of India. We can suggest that also. So you can interact with that.
That was we will request our boss to just arrange the.
Once this letter comes to the. And then it will come to the procedure.
Sir, you all had been the bureaucrats. You know better than me how the government works in that. My suggestion, my consultation is we should hamper upon the Prime Minister of India first. We should meet the Prime Minister of India so that they can pass on the message to others. Yeah.
Sir, this is the right time to announce the request.
Yes, yes.
It's the right time.
You have been beneficial.
Yes, sir, no, I was just saying it. नहीं, आपने अभी के नोटिस डाले
Letter is perfectly all right. And our emphasize should be that there should be commission. Yes.
Yes.
Cannot mix here. Otherwise, it will be very complicated.
Our issue is that.
Yeah. And secondly, my suggestion is this matter is already pending before the select committee.
Yes.
We should know who are the members of the select committee and can approach them. And can stress personally. Because they are mostly MPs. I don't know who are those, but we can understand who are the members of the select committee, those MPs, and we can approach those MPs. And MPs nowadays elections are overhead, so MP will welcome.
Even most of the MPs are also senior citizens.
Yeah, they will welcome you because elections are over.
Yes, yes.
And not only that, when they will see the thing, then they will see the 40 crore senior citizens. Naturally, they are voters, so they will say, okay, listen. Yeah, let us have go separately. And let us limit also.
It is
Our
14
chairman
crore.
sir has combined to make this.
All conventions are recommendations. The suggestions are recommendations to the government. They may accept, the authorities may accept or
May
reject.
not.
Serious citizen commission should have statutory powers to enforce its orders. So that cannot be simply achieved only by a statute, and the statute specifically say that the powers exercised by the commission is enforceable and the consequential whatever punishment or anything that also should be indicated. So that then only it could be effective. The all women's commission, NHRC and all only recommendations. Of course, the NHRC's recommendations are the government is following it, but did not necessarily always follow it. So they said these commissions powers should be, they should have set. For example, children, a wealthy man has given up all his property to the children. But after they getting the property, the children are not looking after the parents. So the commission should have the authority to direct that the children should, of course, it is 125 CRP there. But they such powers, the commission should be able to effectively implement its orders. And they must be those who are without foul nothing will come out.
They are of the opinion that we must have our registration at Telangana itself, and we must have our own accounts at Hyderabad. So we have made some points to give autonomy to the states, and some of the points I will read out, and if it is approved, then we can send it to the states respectively. Yes. And it is seen that in many states, either the states are not working properly because of this, or they are having hesitation for doing some programs because of the paucity of money and other things. So, for giving the autonomy to the states, the state of public police NGO may get them registered as a charitable trust with the same objects of the main trust. So we will provide them a copy of the trustee objects. It should not having any deviation from our main trust. They can open bank accounts by their executives. Get the PAN card and registered under section 12A of the Income Tax Act 61 for donations. Get them registered for donation relief under section 80G. The public police with the name of the state. They can choose their executive and rules and regulations for opening district level units and other centers. They can use the logo of public police NGO. They can share the website of public police with their separate pages. They can print the letterhead with their executive's name. They should not do the things which is not allowed by the state, country, public police NGO, although they can take up the state issues locally. They can connect with other state chapters for any help and extend the support of other states. They should file the income tax returns and other compliances as required. They can take the contributions from executive members, etc., and use them for their own function, events, programs, and organization as and when with the same rules and regulations. For development of other state and central administration, all the state must contribute at least 15% of the contribution received by the states. This money will be spent by the center to develop the NGO, state chapter, and also whenever required with support to the weak states. The contribution will be utilized for meeting or organizing functions, events, and other at the central level. This contribution has to be limited quarterly. So, actually, I was of the opinion that they should contribute 20%, as discussed with the Telangana chapter, but it is felt that some of the states may feel it is higher, so we have kept this 15%. The state should not do anything which are contrary to the center, and the center has a right to withdraw the name of the public police and the logo website from the state, and they cannot use this name and logo if found guilty of misconduct and non-contribution of share as emphasized in point number 13. The states has the right to delegate their senior officers in the meeting of center as a special invitee, and the center has also the power to appoint any executive from the center to attend the meetings of the states and provide suggestions to the states. There will be a quarterly development report from all the states to the center so that a proper support and coordination is made. The center should also inform to all states about their developments and projects so that the state may share the support. So these are some points you may add or you may delete. Yes, sir. Okay. Actually, our CEO has opinion of 15%. I was saying 20%.
Number two is that once they get this name from the local authority, how will you reply? So this will have to be determined whether this is possible or not. Number two, so this has been drafted very well, but I suggest that this is command if they could go through this.
जी.
तो कांग्रेस ये नहीं होता है, लेकिन कुछ सकते नहीं है। आप बताएं।
मेरा कहना, I want to say, you said कि they will obtain that double A registration, 80G registration. First of all, this income tax act is applicable throughout India. How they can obtain? Separately, when you are already registered here.
Their entity,
They cannot have, either there should be a separate entity.
their entity will be different.
No, the same name, there can't be two entities. And with the same object, it can't be.
Public police Telangana.
No. So let them create their own. Then you have no control.
Then they will not care for you.
You have no control. And tomorrow they will refuse to recognize you.
Sir, that's what, that is what this is
What you will do?
very valid point.
They will not recognize you. What you can do?
You are giving the
And
autonomy.
secondly, they should be mentally prepared that they will not give this 20% all to us.
Sir, giving autonomy is a very good thing, but you must deliberate over the thing, right? Because we have similar organizations. When the state chapters are created, will they have a separate memorandum of understanding or articles of association? Yes or no? No, but must be separate. No. So your articles of association must mention the creation of such a.
Objects are same.
No. I'm talking about memorandum. The taking an article of association. You have got a set as the national chapter, but for each state, will they have a separate one? How this affiliation is going to be controlled, this question of income tax, etc. So, yes, हम उनको ढील दें पर धीरे धीरे. Don't give all the paths. Otherwise, they'll say two hooks to you. Right? And later on to try and say कि भाई it's all won't work out.
जैसे सती चल रहा है and इसका पीछे दूसरा ये लोग कर ले
Very simple. And let them collect their funds, give a part of that one to central. That's all. And have their own activity.
Separate registration will not work out. Let me tell you that. Not work out at all.
बहुत दिन से
मेरा डिमांड तो नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि एक अलग से हमारा सीनियर सिटीजन की अलग डिमांड करने से क्या है?
Extortion.
It will not work.
yes
Sir, most of them not workable. Yeah, identity एक बार separate कर it won't work.
All states. These are the agreements.
सर नहीं मानेंगे तो क्या कर लोगे आप?
एक इम्पोर्टेंट
सर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन
जो उनकी नियत है वो यही है जो आप कह रहे हैं.
हाँ एब्सोल्युटली सर आप इसको
आपको भी तो अपनी नियत बता देनी चाहिए ना कि हम क्या चाहते हैं.
लेकिन वो लोग तैयार नहीं है.
नहीं सर तैयार नहीं है. We have to change the people because we cannot change our basic document.
I'm giving you an
How can we?
We have an Indian golf state golf association, right? They are all affiliated to the Indian golf. They have one of the three, but they can hold their own government. But they have to support the they can vote for the council members of
We are discussing so far as our state chapters are concerned. They are chapters affiliated to the main body which is registered. The chapters are not independent registered bodies.
Bas.
We are talking of two things. One is administrative and autonomy. Another is financial. So far as administrative autonomy is concerned, you can do it by executive guideline. But if you are thinking of giving them financial autonomy, then my suggestion is for taxation purposes, other purposes, you will be governed by the law. And their interests were asking that they should be given exemption, then as rightly was being discussed when I entered this room, and Justice Chandra was also saying
each chapter has to be a separate legal entity, only then they can apply.
Yes.
If that is not a separate legal entity, then they cannot claim for separate exemption to their own respective jurisdiction.
Yes, sir.
That's my some immediate, immediate reaction to the discussion which we have.
Yes. I think we should simplify this. We have to make simple resolution and pass a resolution, general resolution to all the state bodies. Based on your central resolution, they should open the account and you should not give
If they will open that in their bank account and they collect some money and send to the center. But if some state will not send, then you cannot prepare the accounts because you have to consolidate.
The resolution should all the terms and conditions in the
नहीं भेजेंगे नहीं भेजेंगे क्या करोगे कुछ नहीं कर सकते आप
He is the
in the
council, central council member, and
First of all, as we are chartered accountant institute in India, and we have branches and regional council all over India. At the time of finalization of account, we call our branches to send their accounts. We have applied all the branches to open their account. They send their bank statement, whatever the expenditure they are doing. First of all, the suggestion given by our member that there should be separate registration for all the state chapters. That should not be allowed. Because when registration is not there, no PAN number is there, no 12-page registration is required.
yes.
ATG is not separately required. And being a consolidated accounts of the head office of our this public police here, head office will authorize the state chapters to open the bank account.
Yes.
And as suggested by other member,
Yes.
that if some misappropriation of fund is there, in that case, the head office is authorized to withdraw their signatory power from the bank.
Now, the last point is, I'm very happy to announce that Mr. Juneja has agreed and he has already consulted so many people at Mumbai to open our state chapter at Mumbai. And it will be opened before Deepavali. So date he will be announcing very shortly.
you talk to
So our Minded Agwal Sahab will also help us in opening the state chapter at Mumbai. I will request our honorable chairman to just give some blessings to all our learned members. Please, on the special occasion of honor.
Thank you, sir. So I'm very happy to meet all of you. Onam is a traditional festival of especially Kerala people. It is actually a sort of harvesting season. Harvesting, then the monsoon season goes. Then there is only fourth season and this rainy season. That is only seasons in Kerala. So the rainy season goes, people are happy. They are purchasing clothes and only thing. There are so many anecdotes and the mythological stories. All of you know, I don't want anecdotes. It's a wonderful occasion to meet all of you and wish one a great day. So, thank you.
I request Mr. B.K. Malhotra to give vote of thanks, please.
I'm the late comer and
So that is why.
first of all, my apology for being late in attending this meeting. I was in some other meeting. I left that and came here because this was equally important for me to attend. Honorable Chairman, sir, members of the Executive Committee, all other members of the public police. I think today we have taken two important decisions. One is with regard to the state factors, how much autonomy to be given.
And I think the consensus is so far as administrative autonomy is concerned, that should not be a problem. But so far as financial autonomy is concerned, probably we, the committee will deliberate and come out with our recommendations. And another decision which has been taken because I was consulted in that matter is with regard to making a recommendation to the government. Because already we have a separate act for senior citizens protection of, but unfortunately it is an act of 2007. It has not been implemented because the responsibility for implementation of this act is given to the state government. And state government are not willing to spend any money on that. That is one reason. In 2019, a bill for amendment of the act was moved. We know how fast the government is working. If a bill is to be passed, it can be passed in a day. Today it is introduced tomorrow, but this bill is pending since 2019. A bill was referred to the standing committee, and the standing committee has yet to give its report for implementation of for this particular bill. That has come as a blessing in disguise for us, that pendency of the report, because now we can make a recommendation that because it is lacking and we are given power to the state government for implementation, act is not being implemented. In case there is a national commission for the senior citizens, on the pattern of National Human Rights Commission or National Commission for Women, probably it will be better, because if you are looking for National Commission like other categories, they are only recommendatory bodies. But National Commission for Women and National Commission for Human Rights, they can get their orders executed through court of law, and they have been empowered to file complaints also in the on same pattern. If we make a representation to the government and standing committee makes a recommendation in the pending bill itself, probably the provision can be made, and once the bill is considered in the next session, maybe we get a commission soon. And I think that's a very good step which we are taking. And we are looking for cooperation from our chairman also in this direction. And I hope he will also help us, because this is for the cause of the growing population of the senior citizens in our country. I thank all the members for sparing time and coming here in this important meeting. Chairman, sir, we always get your blessings and you always spare time and give us your words of wisdom and guidance in all the meetings. Thank you very much for coming today also and sparing your time. And I thank all the members of the board. All those who have joined online, thank to them also, because attending online is more difficult than attending physical and concentrating, and you have been attending it, and your valuable contribution is also recognized by this organization. Thank you very much for joining all of us. Thank you.